Now let's look at the application of the multiplicative inverse. So solve minus 3x equals 27. Okay, since in this equation we are to find x, we'll be multiplying both sides of the equation by the inverse of minus 3, which is minus 1 over 3. Okay, so we shall multiply both sides by minus 1 over 3, that is times minus 3x, alright, which is equal to 27 times minus 1 over 3. Minus 1 over 3 is the inverse of minus 3. Alright, if you remember in our previous video when we were treating multiplicative inverse of different numbers. Okay, good. Alright, so now we divide. 3 cancel 3 out. Okay, minus times minus will give us what? Plus. So on the left hand side we are left with x. Then on the right hand side, 3 goes in 3 1, 3 in 27 is what? 9. So we now have 9 times minus 1, which will give us minus 9. Okay, there is another method to this, alright, in solving this equation, which is just by the direct division of both sides by minus 3. Okay, so minus 3 cancel minus 3 out on the left hand side of the equation. Then 3 goes in 27, we have 9, which is left with minus 9, because plus divide minus is minus. Okay, so that is the second method. Alright, okay, let's check another example. Alright, so if we have the equation 8x equals 2 whole number 2 over 3. First of all, what do? We convert the mixed fraction to an improper fraction. So 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 plus 2, that is 8. So we have 8 over 3. Alright, the inverse of 8 is what? 1 over 8. So we're going to multiply both sides by 1 over 8. Alright, so 8 over 3 times by 1 over 8. So now we'll do some division. 8 cancel 8 on the left hand side, 8 cancel 8 on the right hand side as well. So on the left hand side we have x, on the right hand side we have 1 over 3. Alright, then another example that we're going to look at is minus 7x equal 4 whole number 2 over 3. Like we know, or as we did in the previous question, we have to convert a mixed fraction to improper fraction, and that is 3 times the whole number 12 plus 2, that is 14 over 3. So now we multiply both sides by the inverse of minus 7. Alright, so on the left hand side we have minus 1 over 7 times 7 minus 7x, which is equal to 14 over 3 times minus 1 over 7. Alright, so now 7 cancel 7. Alright, minus times minus is plus. So on the left hand side we are left with x. Then on the right hand side, let's see what happens. 7 goes in here 1. 7 and 14 is 2. Okay. So we have 2 over 3 times minus 1, which will give us what? Minus 2 over 3. Alright. Then let's see another example. It is good to see different examples so that when you are given exercises, you will be able to solve it on your own when you have seen different types of questions. Alright. We convert as usual the mixed fraction to improper fraction. So 4 times 1, 4, plus 1, that is 5. So we have 5 over 4. Alright. So now we are to multiply both sides of the equation by what? By the inverse of 5, which is what? 1 over 5. So we multiply both sides by 1 over 5. So we can see that 5 will cancel 5 out on the left hand side, so we are left with y equals, then 5 again cancel 5 out on the right hand side, so we are left with 1 over 4. Alright. So I'll pause the video now and give you some exercise to solve on your own. Alright. Or should I solve one more? Okay, let me solve one more. Let me solve one more for you. Alright. So now if we have 4x over 7 equals 2 whole number 2 over 3. We convert the mixed fraction to improper fraction. 3 times 2, 6, 6 plus 2, that is 8. So we have 8 over 3. So now the inverse of 4 over 7 is 7 over 4. Good. Alright. So this is a good example to really look at. Alright. So we multiply both the other side, the right hand side as well, by 7 over 4. So now 4 cancel 4 out and 7 cancel 7 out on the left hand side, so we are left with x on the left hand side. Then on the right hand side, let's see what happens. 4 goes in here 1, 4 goes in 8, that is 2. So we are left with 2 times 7, which is 14. So we have 14 over 3, which is equal to, we now convert this back to mixed fraction. So 3 will go in 14 how many times? How many? 4. Good. Okay. Then remainder what? 2. So 2 over 3. Alright. I think let us try one more example because the example seems to elaborate further the different method or different solutions, different tactics to different problems. Okay. So now, what is the inverse of? Do we do inverse? Okay. This time around, we can cross multiply. Okay. So when we cross multiply, 12 goes to multiply m on the left hand side. So we have 12m equals 6 times 7. 6 goes to multiply 7 on the right hand side. Alright, so the inverse of 12 is what? 1 over 12. So we multiply both sides by 1 over 12. Good. Alright, so now on the left hand side, 12 cancel 12. So we are left with m on the left hand side. On the right hand side, 6 goes in 6 1, 6 goes in 12, that is 2. So we are left with 7 over 2, an improper fraction which should convert to mixed fraction. Okay, so 2 goes in 7 how many times? 3. Alright, remainder 1. So 3 whole number to 1 over 2. Alright, so let me give you exercises to do on your own. You may need to go back and watch the examples are solved again if you don't get it, if you have not gotten it up to now, before I write out the exercises for you to work on. These are the exercises for you to do on your own. Please work out these exercises before going to the next video. Okay, in case of any difficulties, just go back, replay the video. Okay, because I did lots of exercises, I think about 6 examples that are enough for you to understand, to be able to solve these 6 questions. All right, thank you.